Hello and good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world, and welcome to today's webinar with Postgrad Insights. We are joined today by Jana and Tanya, who is part of Constructor University in Germany. They're a private university and they're going to be talking to you about all the programs and the career opportunities that lie await for you when you do study at the university. A reminder that today's session is live. If you are watching on demand, you can't answer any questions or ask any questions live. If you're watching on social media today, we are keeping tabs on this. You need to use the Messenger facility on Facebook. If you're watching on X or Twitter or Instagram, X, LinkedIn or Instagram, then you need to head through to the Messenger facility and you can click there. But for now, I'd like to hand you through to Jana. She's going to take you through the next 30 to 40 minutes. I will be back for the Q&A at the end. Tanya's going to be doing her piece in there as well. Any questions, let us know. Thank you.
Thank you, Gareth, and welcome everyone. We're excited to have you here with us for today's webinar, Discover Your Path, Constructor University Programs and Career Support. Today, our goal is to give you an in-depth look at what makes Constructor University an excellent choice for your master's studies, and from our academic programs to the career resources we offer to set you up for success after graduation. The session today is divided into three parts. First, I will be walking you through our master's programs, highlighting the unique aspects that help you gain the skills and experience needed for a competitive edge in today's jobs market. And then my colleague Tanya Verbs from the Alumni and Career Services team will present the support we provide to help you achieve your professional goals. From career counseling to job search strategies. And finally, we have a Q&A session where you will have the chance to ask us any questions about programs, career support, or anything else you'd like to know. Let's start with a quick overview of Constructor University. Constructor University is located in the northern vibrant city of Bremen. Bremen is situated not so far away from Hamburg. It's a city with a maritime atmosphere and 1,200 years of history. About 500,000 people live in Bremen, and it is easy to get around the city. Bremen is also a very international city. More than 30,000 students live and study in Bremen and nearby Bremerhaven, which together forms like a state of Bremen. Bremen is also home to the Freimarkt, Germany's oldest fun fair, and the traditional Christmas markets, which are popular all around the world. The Schlachte area and the Weser River and the Viertel Quarter are known for their vibrant nightlife as well. Bremen is also the only German city that has an international airport located within a 10-minute car ride of the city center. Here's Constructor University. It is located on a beautiful and green campus, 17 kilometers away from the city center. And as you can see, it's quite big and comfortable to reach from any part of the city as well. Constructor University is a private English-speaking campus university. That means that all the facilities are in English, either as a secretary or security, or people who are working in our canteens and so on, and of course the professors themselves. We are committed to excellence and innovation in research, teaching and knowledge transfer with the modern infrastructure and a professional environment to study, live and work. When it comes to our rankings, our university is #1 private university in Germany, #1 most international university in Europe, and #3 most international university in the world. This all is according to the THE rankings. Constructor University also ranks among the top 25% of the universities worldwide. We also are part of our CHE rankings, which confirms excellence of Constructor University's business subjects. And it also stands for the outstanding support at the beginning of studies, excellent rate of students finishing their studies within the standard period of time, and top group in terms of research funds raises per academic. Our graduation rate would be 90%, which is also very important to notice because even if you are able to start the journey, it is also important to finish your academic journey. That is why it's important to notice that our professors will do whatever they can to support you any time of the day. It's also important to notice that our university is not only the university, but this is also an ecosystem. And when it comes to knowledge ecosystem, Constructor and all its entities benefit from academic partnerships with high-ranked universities such as Carnegie Mellon, University of Geneva, the National University of Singapore, with the School of Computing, as well as technology partnerships with leading companies such as Anisoprint, JetBrains, and Chemdiff. Apart from the university, the ecosystem relies on several for-profit entities that provide technology, infrastructures, and solutions, lifelong education programs, consulting services, and funding. Those are one of the examples, which comes to Alimira, created by Constructor, Rolos by Constructor, Constructor Learning, and Constructor Capital. About Constructor Capital, we'll talk a little later. That's from the support which we can offer from one of the entities. Our university is absolutely international. So 83% of our students are international, coming from different parts of the world. And 17% are also German, because this is the university still situated in Germany. The classes at Constructor University are pretty small, which means that you have all the attention from our professors, who can always help you coming to whatever point you're waiting for, or whatever question you have, whatever problem you're facing. So it's very important to notice, because in some other universities, this is a little bit difficult because the classes are bigger. So a professor cannot pay attention to everybody at the same time. And in our university, you have your personal academic advising person who will help you following your classes, and also the professor who can be reachable anytime, and who is able to always support you with whatever question you have. I'll continue by diving into the master's programs here at Constructor University, and how each is crafted to support your personal and professional development. So apart from our master's programs, we of course have PhD programs, 21 bachelor's programs, and pre-degree programs. But let's concentrate on our master's programs. As you can see, we have 7 master's programs which are on campus, and we have 3 which are remote. The 2-year program consists of 120 CPs, which in its turn consists of core courses, which give you the solid knowledge foundation, which will of course be useful for your future career. Apart from this, we have electives. Electives are supposed to be for deepen and broaden interdisciplinary knowledge, which means that if you would like to specify your future career, particularly on a specific field, then you can choose them within the electives and just deepen your knowledge into those elective courses. When it comes to methods area, then it's responsible for skills, for specialization, and to ensure employability. Discovery area is for real life projects, and career part is for preparing for the real world. And now we go with the master's programs, which we have one by one. And we will start with computer science and software engineering program. The Master of Science and Computer Science and Software Engineering at Constructor University is a consecutive master program that complements a broad spectrum of research-oriented technological education with essential management and leadership skills to educate the future technology leaders in research and industry. This program is divided into three parts, which is cybersecurity modules, artificial intelligence models, and software engineering modules. So technically, if you would like to deepen your knowledge more in cybersecurity modules, you can choose it in your elective courses and specify your field of study exactly there. Then I have already mentioned that we have leadership courses. So you're not only studying cybersecurity modules and their core models of computer science and software engineering. This program is also preparing you for your future career and to basically become a leader in this field of studies, which also could be a very beneficial part for you. When it comes to data engineering combining big data aspects of data analytics and data science with the technological aspects of data acquisition, curation, and management, providing our students with excellent global career perspective in advanced industrial or scientific applications. This program has 4 tracks, which is computer science track, geoinformatics track, bioinformatics track, and the analysis of biomedical data, business and supply chain engineering track. I would like to point out here that this program is one of the programs at Constructor University which are very interdisciplinary. So that means that data engineering is more deep into engineering part. However, you can also specify your studies depending on what you're interested in. So either it would be computer science, which provides you with the skills to go beyond a mere usage of existing toolboxes and to develop an innovative data analysis techniques of their own design in computer science, or it would be a spatial analysis, a geoinformatics track, or maybe just trying to figure out the bottlenecks in biomedical and pharmaceutical research, or in business and supply chain engineering track. This area has methods and discovery. This program has methods and discovery areas, so it helps you to deepen more knowledge there. So it's not a capstone project like in the previous program. It's more using this in research area. When it comes to data science for society and business program, it's also important to mention that this program is very interdisciplinary, and this is a good way to change your field of studies. So basically, if you're coming from the field which is not related to data science or similar, you can start this program and join for one of these 3 tracks, which is society and business track, environment and health track, and or advanced data science track. And this is also important to notice that the professors of this program are very interested in helping students change their career field and their study field. So that is why they created this program, which helps basically transition from one field to another by using one of those elective tracks of whatever you're interested in. So you should not be afraid of applying for that program and being afraid of not catching up with some subjects. You will be able to. Then our program would be supply chain management. Important to notice about this program that we always keep the feedbacks from our students and we always share them all together so that we can implement this program every time because the program is combined with more of the practical use, and students are working together with each other and also with the professors, and it's more practical. And also the program is created in a way where you would be always in touch with some other partners, because you would need to know how to communicate with the other customers and also with other partnerships and the other companies. So that is why this program is implemented in more of a practical way. Then we are coming to Advanced Software Technology program, which gives us also a possibility for the collaboration with the JetBrains. The JetBrains provide the comprehensive training and advanced computational paradigm data-driven analysis and software development. And also JetBrain company will be able to provide and recruit for the fully funded scholarship. You just need to apply through the JetBrain directly. The program aims to equip students with the review skills to innovate and succeed in the dynamic IT industry. Our curriculum emphasizes practical skills and advanced technologies, preparing students for diverse career paths. The program offers 3 tracks, which would be data science, software development, and programming languages, allowing students to specialize in an area of their choice. The program consists, again, of the core area, elective area, management area, and the capstone project, which helps you basically make into realization any project that you have in your mind, maybe a software or whatsoever. And now we're giving you a small introduction to our newest programs, which would be one of them, Advanced Materials. This program is tailored to individuals with strong quantitative skills and a solid scientific background. Disciplines taught include a combination of chemistry, physics, and engineering, covering topics including molecular functions, quantum systems, and applications, modern biomaterials, and hybrid materials. The Master's Advanced Materials program provides an interface with material science and in different fields of engineering, thus influencing a wide range of industries. It integrates innovative computational methods such as big data and AI with hands-on laboratory work and research projects. This interdisciplinary approach, combined with strong research collaboration, both within the university and with external partners, ensures that graduates receive high-quality training, making them highly sought after by potential employers. And the next one would be quantitative life science. The Master's Quantitative Life Science program will integrate cutting-edge computational methods and digital tools with state-of-the-art experimental interdisciplinary research at the life science or chemistry interface. This program offers a unique blend of biosciences, chemistry, and data science for life sciences in the age of AI in the big data revolution. Students benefit from close contact with faculty and early exposure to real-life research through lab rotations. By engaging with established researchers and having opportunities to publish original research papers, students become integral members of the scientific community. The program boasts a strong faculty across diverse fields and includes soft skill courses in science communication and commercialization to prepare students for leadership roles in academia and industry. We also have our online programs, which are supply chain management, data science for society and business, and data engineering technologies. Now I would like to talk to you about our application requirements, which are pretty straightforward. all you need is to submit your letter of motivation, CV, bachelor's degree and transcript, a letter of recommendation, which is also optional, and the English language proficiency test. The letter of motivation, it should be no longer than 1 page, and basically you should explain there your suitability for the course and why you have chosen Constructor as the university of your choice. The CV should describe your academic and professional information, extracurricular and voluntarily activities, the bachelor's degree and bachelor's transcript, so the latest transcript and the latest bachelor's degree. If you maybe have 2 bachelor's degrees, you can submit both. You can also submit your extracurricular activities as well. Maybe, for example, you have been passing some trainings in whatever field and you feel like this could maybe support your application, you may submit this as well. It all would be considered for your application. And in case you have not received your bachelor's degree just yet, you can submit your enrollment certificate in this case and just the latest transcript that you have for the time being. When it comes to English language proficiency test, we accept TOEFL with the minimum score of 90, IELTS with the minimum score of 6.5, PTE academic with the minimum score of 60, GRE 145, and Duolingo of 110. Also, we accept Cambridge of the score minimum of C1. We also accept the proof of English, such as medium of instructions. So basically, if you have studied the entire bachelor's degree in English, you can submit the letter from the registrar by saying that you have studied explicitly in English and exclusively in English for the whole bachelor's degree, and we will waive the English language in this case. The letter of recommendation is optional and upon request. But again, if you feel like letter of recommendation will support your application, you can also submit this that in this case. This is application timeline. So basically, when you apply, you have deadlines. For people who require visa, the deadline would be June 1st, and for students who would like who don't need visa, that would be July 15th. After your admission, after you have been admitted, you receive your admissions decision together with your scholarship and with the tuition deferral. So then you would need to choose between both of them if you would like to go only for a scholarship or the tuition deferral. And then you need to pay the deposit. The enrollment deposit would be 1,000 euros. And then you just need to apply for your study visa and settle in during the all week. All that is always communicated through the email and also the WhatsApp if you have that. So whatever you feel comfortable with, it's always been communicated. So you're not just left behind with your admission decision. You will always receive the support regarding any question that you may have at this point. The admission decision is usually issued after 2 to 4 weeks after you have submitted the application. And now I'd like to hand it over to my colleague Tanya Verbs from our Career Services team. Tanya will be sharing how Constructor University supports students in preparing for and finding successful careers after they complete their degrees.
My name is Tanya Verbs. I'm Career Services and Employer Relations Coordinator at Constructor University. And my job is to prepare you for the life after you have finished your studies. And you will be an alum way longer than you stay at university to complete your studies, of course. We have combined the alumni and career services at Constructor for a very specific reason. Next slide, please. Have a look at our ecosystem. Jana mentioned it earlier. It's not only the university, it's the Institute of Technology in Switzerland and the Academy, and some other supporting organizations. They all belong to the ecosystem, the Constructor ecosystem, and they are part of the support system, basically helping you with your future career. Of course, career services focuses on training you and preparing you for your career, but the close relationship with the alumni is important because networking is such an important pillar to your future success. Next slide, please. I want to put a smile on your face with the next slide. The homecoming in 2023. And this is an annual event, and of course it's a fun event mostly for students who have graduated maybe just a few years ago, maybe even a decade ago. It's their opportunity to touch base with former classmates and of course former professors, but it's also a great networking opportunity for all the enrolled students. Many of the alum are mentors for students, and we organize events like a major networking fair where you meet alumni working in the industry of your respective major, so you can ask them how they got where they are now, what were the important decisions they made to craft their career. And this close relationship between alumni and students is actually important for our students and ensures that they are successful in whatever they are doing. So let's have a look at on the next slide at our alumni network. We are a young university, as you might have read. We are almost 25 years old, and already have more than 9,000 alumni, and they are scattered across the globe. This is a great opportunity for you, once you graduate, wherever you go, most likely you can reach out to a former Constructor University student who now lives in Mumbai or in New York or Los Angeles or Buenos Aires. You will find someone there who can help you and with advice, and in the first time when you are new in a city or country. And the alumni are very supportive of one another. They are organized in an alumni association, but even those that are not within the association are part of the network and are always happy to help and support students. The association runs several chapters in the larger cities, for example, here in Germany, in Berlin, in Munich, or in Switzerland, in Zurich. They meet on a regular basis. Whoever is interested comes for the, I guess, bi-monthly meetings. And you can see from the statistics that although our students come from all over the world, many of them remain in Europe, or even half of them in Germany after graduating because of the good job opportunities here. And another sizable number moves on to the US, either to work or to further their studies there. And once you graduate, you receive an alumni email, and with that email, you are provided with relevant information on any meetings or events on campus, and also you have a lifelong access to career services. So we have alum who come back if they have a tricky interview lined up and they are worried about it. They reach out to us in career services and we help them prepare for that, for example. So this is an offer that does not end when you graduate. As I said earlier, the mentoring program is, of course, goes both ways. As a student, you might be assigned an alum if you need a mentor, so someone to help you define actually your career path. And once you are an alum yourself, you might like to give back to our close-knit community and be a mentor and have a mentee of your own, someone you can support. We, of course, keep our alum, all of them, no matter if they're part of the association or they're just regular alums, we keep them updated with a monthly newsletter so you remain in touch with your alma mater. Let's move on to the next slide and I give you some more figures regarding the network. So let's see, what do the alum do after graduating? You could say half of them go into the industry or into research, but a sizable number enhances or furthers their education. Many of them hold a PhD. So we are very proud of our growing alumni community really doing well after graduating from a Constructor. And you see from the figures that most of them remain in high-income countries after completing their studies at our university. You see from the figures as well that they move on to highly esteemed education centers or other universities. They earn on average more than, well, this percentage is based on the German average income. So they earn well and they give back to our community as well. The largest donations the university received so far from only one student was 50,000 euros. And this money went straight back to his professor and lab equipment. So this is, as I said, a close-knit community, and whoever does well and remains with strong ties to the university, as most do, feels, if they are able to, feels the urge to give back to the community. It's something you will profit from as a student when you are enrolled as well. Let's look at the next slide. Where do our graduates move on to? We have listed here the top 10 employers where some of our graduates went, also the top 10 institutions for graduate school. This is a list based actually on the statistics for our bachelor students. So these schools they went on to for their masters mostly. But also, if you look at PhD host institutions, there's great overlap there. On top of this, of course, there's this third career path. Let's look at the next slide. A very sizable number of our alumni or graduates decides to start their own business. And we have a specific center here on our campus that is dedicated to supporting students develop their business idea. And as I said, we have the Constructor ecosystem, including Constructor Capital, that also can help, at least advise, and help to bring good ideas onto the market. You see some of the startups that made it, and you could call them scale-ups already because they have been on the market for a couple of years now. So it's a very vibrant startup community here on campus. Let's look at the next slide. So I want to show you one success story. Just this year, we had a prize for one of our startups. And LinguaQuesto is an app for learning languages, and the recipient received 100K to develop his business further. I would like to introduce you to a couple of other distinguished alum, just to give you an idea of the broad range of careers some of them have taken. So Hashem, for example, is a very influential producer of science videos. You see the figures here. He has a high number of followers. Then Cornell, he developed basically glasses for the blind, and he is on the Forbes U30 list in the EU. We have Anka here. She is a professor in Berkeley now. And Sarah, who crossed on her own, she crossed the Antarctic. She's an Arctic explorer, just pulling her slide. So this is a very interesting collection on alum. Not everybody, of course, will be famous in the end, but it gives you an idea of what very special characters you can find on campus. And as I said, this is a community that is happy to share their experience and to inspire you. So let's go to the next slide, to career services. As I mentioned earlier, our objective is very clear. We want to prepare you for the job market, of course. And we do that by helping you to discuss your options. If you're, for example, not from Europe, we're happy to discuss and explain to you the specifics of the German job market. If your aim is to start your career here in Germany, and we offer training. And this can range from basic application skills like preparing your CV or cover letter, and also to soft skills, like, for example, how to manage your time, how to manage stress, or how to negotiate, and transferable skills like project management, for example. So there's a wide range of seminars every semester, which are electives. So it's up to you if you are interested to sign up for them. We have a range of external trainers, experts that offer seminars and workshops for our students. Let's go to the next slide. How do we organize our support? It's based on 4 pillars. First of all, the individual counseling, as I said, career orientation, but also checking your application materials or offering mock interviews in English or German. Then, as I mentioned, the training, those good career skills seminars, and then those you can pick at any of your semesters. We have mandatory internships for bachelor students, and for the master students, so far only the data engineering major includes a mandatory internship after the first year of study. But we encourage students, all master students, to look out for a voluntary internship. It looks good on your CV, this is one point, but it also gives you insight into the industry where you would like to work later, and helps you make the right choices when it comes to planning your career. I also mentioned the startup option. You will get strong support here if you are an entrepreneur or would like to be one. We use an online portal. We have an online career service center where you have access to job and internship offers. We use Job Teaser, if you're familiar with it. It's the largest portal used in Central Europe. Apart from the job offers, you find information and instructions on how to structure your search, how to prepare for interviews, for example, and information on how to prepare your application materials. So everything we teach in the seminars, basically, we upload here as well, so it's accessible for you anytime. And the 4th pillar of career services is the networking. I already mentioned the alumni community, which we heavily rely on. We have a number of career events throughout the year, online or on campus. Could be anything from a company presentation, maybe, or information on EU careers or working in Luxembourg, just to give you some examples. So a fair range of events, and our biggest event is the career fair. Let's look at these 4 pillars in detail. Let's go to counseling first. On the next slide, yes, as I said, we help you if you're not quite sure where you would like to go and into which direction in your career. We help you with your job application strategy. And of course, we offer, as I said, resources for internship and job search. And we do individual CV checks or cover letter checks and mock interviews. We also use a portal that some of you might know. It's more widely known in the UK than in Germany, Shortlist Me. That is an online AI-based interview training, so you can train or prepare for an interview using AI. You will get immediate feedback from the system, how you did in your interview. This is a nice low threshold way of preparing. Before you come to our office for a mock interview, you feel more secure that way. That's the counseling section. So let's look at the training I mentioned earlier. The career skills are important apart from you knowing your major, and you also need to know how to fit in nicely into the work environment. And so that's why we offer this very wide range of electives, for example, working in Germany as well. And so business etiquette classes, it depends. Every semester is something else on offers, how to lead teams. And so this will help you to prepare for life after graduation. And the 3rd pillar is the experience. On the next slide, as I mentioned, the internship is really a way for you to apply what you have studied so far and the knowledge you have acquired. You can also reflect if this is really the industry you would like to go into. Is that a good match with your skills and interests? Or maybe you should look into another industry, do a second internship maybe. Or you can also work as a working student in Germany. If you're not familiar with the system, the working student is a part-time position where you are exempt from paying social security contributions, but you already work with a company, and up to 20 hours per week. That's permitted for foreign students to work in Germany. This gives you a good insight into the industry. And of course, it improves your portfolio and helps with future applications. So we encourage, if you can find the time, we always encourage our students to get experience in the real world, not in the university bubble. So, and as I mentioned, we use an online career service center called Job Teaser, and you can find current job offers, internship offers as well, or working student positions, but also entry-level positions. I mentioned earlier, you have access with your alumni email to this portal for as long as you like. You can check out company profiles. We have a lot of partner companies that apply support and are specifically interested in hiring from Constructor University. And as I said, you find information also on recruiting events by partner companies, and you have access to the AI-based interview training. So this is very helpful. So even those students who choose online majors can be sure that all these services we offer are available to them as well. They're not missing out on anything. Let's quickly have a look at the next slide. I listed the specific steps you have to take if you want to use the portal. You just register with your university email as a student and later as an alum. And so you can, as I research on the portal, you can upload your CV so recruiters can see you. And you can filter for specific positions or specific industries or contract types, or just offers by our partners as well. You have a higher chance of being hired, of course, if you apply to one of our partners. So it's a very helpful tool. And let's look at our last pillar, the networking I mentioned. As I said, we have a lot of career events with partner companies, and you might be mostly interested in meeting the alumni community, because this is the best way to gain insights into companies or industries you are interested in, also in research, because almost half of our alum are working in research facilities or other universities. So our major events are in September, the major networking fair, combined with the homecoming. Then we just had a career symposium, and in March we have our annual career fair, where you can meet employers and recruiters who come to campus. And we have a large fair here. Companies from all different fields look for talent. Yeah, I will close with a brief on the career symposium. I said what just happened. This year the topic was AI and recruitment, pros and cons. And let's look at the fair, where you have an overview of some of the past exhibitors. We usually have a nice range of large companies, international corporations, but also typical family-owned, medium-sized companies from Germany, some local, and a range of startups as well, or NGOs. So I will not read all the figures here, but you can see the on-campus fair usually draws way more participants, of course, and this is a good way of networking. Even if you're not looking straight away for a job, you can make the contact, and once you graduate, then at least you know someone at your favorite company and you can reach out to them. So that will help you as well. This is all from my side, except I would like to introduce all my colleagues who are not here today. Head of the Department, Alumni and Career Services is Ilya, and the Alumni Office is run by Mark and Saad, and Career Services, I work together with Clementine. And that's it from my side.
Thank you, Tanya. I hope that gave you all some valuable insights into the professional pathways available to you after studying with us. I just want to also add some more information here for the context. So after the graduation, you will have 18 months to look for the job. So basically, compared to other countries, so you don't need a sponsorship visa for that. You just need to have any employer who would hire you for the job, and you have for that 18 months. According to the statistics that we have, so the students are able to find a job within 1 month. Yeah, so basically that's doable and that's possible. And also Germany changed their regulations, and it's possible to receive the permanent residency permit already after basically 3 years of so 2 years of masters, for example, and 2 years of working in Germany. Then let me quickly introduce you to our fees and financing for master's students. So the tuition fees would be 20,000 euros per year. The accommodation would be 5,500 euros per 12 months. Additional expenses such as insurance would be approximately 1,500. So, and that brings us to the total cost of 28,100. But the good news is that we have academic achievement scholarships, which are up to 10,000 euros per year and divides into 3, 5, and 7 and 10. Also, we have tuition deferral program, which is also up to 10,000 euros per year. About that, I will talk a little later. Here on this slide, you can see the cost of attendance. So here's the tuition, the university fee, semester fee, and enrollment deposit. This is one time only, and you can deduct it from the further payments. The additional payments would be the accommodation, residence permit, and public health insurance. Apart from that, you will need to have a blocked account, which would be 11,904 euros to demonstrate proof of sufficient funding for the visa application. And that's basically it. I would like to introduce you to our tuition deferral programs, which helps the students a lot. This is not a loan, there is no interest. So basically the amount you have borrowed from the Brain Capital, which is also our partner, the same amount you will need to return after you graduated and found the job with the salary minimum, depending on the country's the salary minimums. So basically the payments would be deducted from your salary, and it would be from 7 till 16%. So it's just deducted like taxes. And again, this is after you graduated and found the job. So if, for example, you would like to pursue your PhD after the graduation, that's fine, because the limit that it is with the limited period of time, and it's usually 10 payment years. And there is a repayment cap, which could be up to 2 times. What it comes to accommodation, we offer a separate accommodation for all master's students, which are not on campus, but outside of the campus. But it's also very comfortable, as you may see on the photo, and it's situated not so far away from the university. So that's also very comfortable to reach out to. And then the payment is 5,500 for 12 months. We also have our Graduate Student Association on campus, which helps a lot to settle in for some students and so on. And it also, the people there, they also help you with some studies of yours. So if you have any issues, you can always talk to them, and then they will help you further with whatever question you also have. So before we wrap up, I would like to thank each one of you again for joining us today. I hope you have a clearer picture of what studying at Constructor University looks like, the incredible opportunities our master's programs offer, and the comprehensive career support which is available to you. Wherever you're looking to deep your expertise into, we are here to support your every step of the way. Thank you once again for your time and interest. We're excited to see some of you join our community and embark on our exciting academic journey with Constructor University. Have a wonderful day, and I hope you have some questions for us so that maybe we can answer them. On the slide, you can see my contacts so that you can contact me anytime.
Thank you, Jan. I really, really appreciate that. It's I'll give you a bit of a break. You've spoken for quite a while there, so I'll give you a small break. Thank you for doing that, and to Tanya, of course. Tanya, I'm going to start with yourself, if that's okay. We've had a few questions come in, and for one, it's very rare that we get to hear from a private German institution, so it's good to get some answers that we wouldn't necessarily know. You know, we're in Britain, in the United Kingdom, and there will be some facts that students globally may not know. I want to start with Bremen as a place, because people might not be aware. They might have heard of Dortmund, Munich, Berlin, even maybe other German towns and cities, but they might not know where Bremen is. I understand it's in the northwest of Germany. In actual fact, it's probably closer to London than it is to other countries that you border. But talk to me more about the place as a whole. What is it like to live there if you do come on campus and you stay in accommodation not far away from campus? What can you expect to live like?
Okay. Bremen is a port city, like Hamburg. It's the sister city, just an hour away. And these both towns have the largest ports in the country. And like all port cities, they are quite international. About a quarter of the population has non-German roots, which also tells you it's a very vibrant community, very open, very tolerant, and in comparison, you would say, to other countries. I think the only comparable atmosphere you would get in Berlin, which is very international as well.
Yeah.
So it's a good place for students to go. We have with Bremerhaven, we have four state or public universities in Bremen. The university proper, then the University of Applied Sciences, and the University of Arts. And so there's a sizable student community in town, and you can tell when you walk through town, and even nightlife and clubs and music scene is quite vibrant.
Excellent. And what are you, there'll be loads of international students watching. What is it that Constructor are looking for within a student when they're looking at the personal statement or they're looking at their resume, CV? And it might be that you've got a choice of students that you can enroll or offer a scholarship, part scholarship. What is it that you're looking for from a student to say, right, that's who we want. That's what we're looking for.
That's for Jana to
Yes.
Jana, go ahead.
I guess I can answer this question. So we're the research-driven university. That is why we're looking for the person who is mostly interested in the research and who is academically deprived and who would really want to continue their education in this field, but also outside of whatever goal they have. So for the CV and for the application, mostly we look for the GPA and what experience they have before and what studies they have before. Since we're following the holistic approach, they would look through the whole application as it is, not only for the transcripts, but for what you can offer.
Of course.
Everything.
And a question that I would have, and I think it was asked about the English language requirement. Obviously, the courses predominantly are in English, which is great. I know from speaking to yourself earlier, Jana, that a lot of the state-driven courses and programs are in German at the state universities, public universities. What is the IELTS TOEFL requirement in order for them to study at the university, or are there programs and courses that you provide to help them with that?
So for the TOEFL, it would be 90, minimum score of 90, and for IELTS, it would be 6.5. All the programs are exclusively in English, so there's no German included at all.
Okay.
The only thing is that there would be courses of German language implemented in the program, so that afterwards it's easier for you to find the job in Germany itself as well. And it's always nice to have other language as like the knowledge of another language as well, also within your field of
Yeah.
study.
I think that's so important. Tanya, I'm going to come back to you because I thought one of the most fascinating aspects of that presentation was seeing how well connected the university are to employers. I think you had that slide where you had listed where alumni are actually currently working or where they've, started up businesses or what they're now doing. And it was quite a wide variety of businesses, and then you've got your careers fair as well. How important is that to a student, or for students looking to come to study with you guys, that there will be an outcome potentially off the back of it? You are so well
Yeah.
connected.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
Yeah. From the start, I think the university was always looking at not just focusing on academic achievements, but also making sure that the students will be able to find a job fast if they want to go into industry after graduating. And or about half of our students decide to further their studies, go for masters or even PhD. But as you know, many graduate students have to work to afford further studies. So I think it's a cornerstone to make sure that the students are able to find jobs easily to support themselves. We are an international university. Many students come from developing countries, and the studies fees, of course, have to be paid, and some of them have to make sure that they at least pay part of it, despite the scholarships and the deferral programs also. If you get into the job market early, you learn the language faster, of course. You can contribute to the payments you have to make. Personal situations differ, of course. Some students have a different financial background from the family side, but we always thought we would like our students to be financially independent as early as possible, and to have this option, yes, to start working as soon as possible. And as I said, some students start as bachelor students, as working students. They just was 10 hours per week or so in a Bremen company. It's just a teaser. It's just to get to know the environment. And it helps them to decide, do I want to stay in Germany after graduation? Is this a culture I can adjust to? I like. There are many perks there, like employee protection laws and good work-life balance. And but I think this is important. You cannot just have students study, graduate, and then ponder their options and slowly try to get a foothold into the job market. You have to start early.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think it's one of the biggest misconceptions about studying is that you go to study and that's it. You're there for a life experience. You're there for a career change. You're there for various different things. But studying is not just studying is what it isn't. So good to hear from that side of you. I want to wrap things up about funding and scholarships. There have been some questions about do you offer full scholarships, partial scholarships? And I saw the page and I know you went through it. Can we just, on a final note, for those students watching, whether it be now or on demand, just explain to them how they would apply for a scholarship, if you offer any at all, if it's part scholarship, and how they would go about getting that?
All
Jana,
right.
you.
Yeah, sure. So as I was saying, the scholarship comes together with the admission decision. Also, the tuition deferral amount also comes with the admission decision. So basically, you apply only you make only one application, and when you receive your admission decision, it comes together with the whole package. The scholarships are up to 10,000 euros, so it starts with 3,000, 5,000, 7,000, and the 10. So the outstanding student with the best grade can receive 10,000 euro scholarship, which covers basically half of the tuition fee, and another half comes to tuition deferral program. And this tuition deferral program also comes with the numbers 3, 5, 7, 10. So if you're receiving the scholarship amount of 10,000, the same amount of tuition deferral, that would be the same amount of tuition deferral. And as I mentioned before, this is not a loan and there is no interest in that. So it would be also 10,000. So basically, if you're an excellent student, you can fully cover your tuition fees by only that. And we evaluate your application for scholarship only based on your GPA, so your bachelor's GPA.
Excellent. Makes sense. And I
Sure.
think it's always good to, I think, wrap up on that because so many students will want to find out more about you. And like Tanya mentioned, there's circumstances behind every human being. It might be that families are perhaps better off than others. It might be that you haven't got a lot of family around you. It could be that you already got a career where you're in Germany already, or you want to go back to Germany. So it's not always as smooth sailing as people think it is. So it's always good to end on that. Jana and Tanya, thank you for your time so much. Really appreciate that. Anybody watching, any questions, please see the QR codes on the screen now. The WhatsApp number, the phone numbers, and email addresses for all concerned is on there also. But thank you for your time, the pair of you. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. Everybody that has registered will get reached out to by the university separately. And if you have any questions, please let them know. But for now, thank you. And we look forward to seeing you again soon.